Are Star Wars lightsabers becoming less lethal? I mean, of course they are. After all, there's pictures on the internet of people showing that, look, Sabine's been stabbed in relatively the same exact spot as Qui-Gon, yet Qui-Gon died and Sabine lived. Clearly, this is evidence that lightsabers are getting nerfed and they're just not as dangerous as what they used to be. Now, snarkiness aside, this is a conversation that's appearing more and more on the internet. People complaining about the fact that Sabine survived a stab from a lightsaber. And in comparison, another character stabbed in a relatively similar spot died. So what gives? And look, I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one as much because really the answer for this is pretty direct as long as you're logically consistent and you pay attention to Star Wars. Yeah. First and foremost, the show goes out of its way to show that Sabine's wound is not the exact same as Qui-Gon's, where Qui-Gon's is pretty much straight down the middle, going right through his spine. Sabine's is more off to the side. They even show back shots for comparison, which I'm sure the people that make this complaint are going to show and take note of, and not be manipulative or dishonest about the actual events and where someone's actually been stabbed by the lightsaber. So really what this conversation boils down to essentially is a younger character got stabbed in an arguably less lethal location and survived because she got immediate medical assistance versus the near twice as older Jedi who got stabbed in a more lethal location and was basically left where he was until it was too late for him to receive medical attention. Don't believe me? Well, the movie does literally state that after Obi-Wan beats Maul and runs to Obi-Wan's side, All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Qui-Gon is not instantaneously dead. They still have a chance to have a conversation, and literally the first words out of Qui-Gon's mouth are... It's too late. No. Which implies that had he gotten medical attention in time, he could have survived. But because of the situational circumstances of the fight where Obi-Wan couldn't get to Qui-Gon in time, he wasn't able to get help for Qui-Gon as quickly as he needed to. In comparison to Sabine, who gets stabbed in a much less lethal location, she still gets immediate help from Ahsoka when she virtually shows up and the bad guy pieces out instantaneously without drawing out the fight. So no, lightsabers are not getting nerfed. It's just Star Wars keeping consistent with the inconsistent way lightsabers have always functioned. On one hand, yes, lightsabers can cut through metal droids like butter. In other instances, they can be used to do slicing, slashing, cutting attacks that don't necessarily cut something in half or dismember. Lightsabers can be so hot that they can, in a few short seconds, turn a metal blaster door into molten metal. Which, if we're being scientifically accurate at all, if Qui-Gon was stabbed where he stabbed with lightsabers being the way they were established in the same movie, pretty much all of Qui-Gon's insides would be liquefied essentially, and he wouldn't be alive to talk. Which, I mean, we could apply that with Sabine, but at the same time, it's an issue that's been passed down since the prequel trilogy. So you're going to have to be the one to decide, where's your cutoff line? If you're going to give the prequels a pass, but not the Ahsoka series, then you're obviously choosing to just be upset for no logical reason. You want to hate what is new, and therefore your reasoning just doesn't deserve to be respected. But if you're going to be logically consistent and understand that, yeah, lightsabers, they flex on the rules a lot on what they're capable of doing when it's convenient to the story, all the time, logically speaking, then this isn't that big of an issue. But it's just something to consider. I hope you liked today's video. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video. See ya. Bye.